Hey, good day, folks. Welcome to another episode of Andrew's Life. I hope everybody's doing great today. Well, I would like to start out by thanking everybody for watching all my videos. I made a video the other day announcing the possible change that I was going to make to this channel, and I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate the inputs and all the opinions about how you feel about my channel. A lot of you guys seem to like how I'm doing my many of you guys seem to like how I'm doing my channel. For those of you that responded, you like how I'm honest, you like how I keep it raw and I don't sugarcoat nothing. And I'm going to take that into consideration moving forward on this channel. And with that being said, yes, I will be doing more traveling moving forward. I still got a lot of videos to upload uh, from my trip to Michigan. So I will be uploading those in the very near future, and taking into consideration of what many of you stated about how you like how I keep it honest. I'm gonna keep on doing those kind of videos. Now, YouTube doesn't seem to like some of those videos. And I come to that conclusion because of how YouTube has been playing with my money and how many of those videos that I've been putting out have not been getting, they haven't been getting the amount of publicity that I feel they should have received. But despite all that, I'm going to keep doing my thing over here. And, you know, yeah, that's all I can do. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna not be myself because of certain people. If I have to work a little harder to get paid, then it is what it is. I'm gonna start treating YouTube the same way that I treat my 9 to 5. Just like the philosophy of working a 9 to 5, not just working a job only because of the money, but working a job because I got a level of passion into the work that I do. That's exactly how I'm gonna look at YouTube. I mean, is it frustrating that YouTube sometimes uh, do what they do? It's frustrating, but it is what it is. It's part of being a content creator, unfortunately. So it is what it is. I enjoy watching YouTube myself. I enjoy creating videos for you guys. So I'm gonna just keep doing what I do. And I can't tell you how appreciative I am of those of you that tell me how you like my videos. You like how I keep it raw and uncut, and I'm gonna keep doing it raw and uncut because I get so sick and tired of watching other people put out videos and they're not being authentic. They're on some bullshit. So anyways, so today's video basically, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be all over the place. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be all over the place on this video. I'm gonna tell you right now. The first thing I'd like to talk about is YouTube. Now, in the comment section, if you missed the way YouTube used to be, like back in 2011, 2012, up to 2014, if you missed the olden days of YouTube, I would like to I would like you guys to put a 1 in the comments. If you like YouTube the way it is today, put a 2 in the comments. Now, me personally, I miss old YouTube. I miss the way YouTube used to be. I mean, as a content creator, I would have made my money a lot easier back in the old days of YouTube compared to what's going on today. Now, what I miss about YouTube back in the days is, see, back in the day, you can put out, you know, damn near anything you wanted to put out, and you still got paid. You can be your authentic self back in the day more so than you can today. I mean, it seems like nowadays if you put out if you put out certain, I mean, there's certain type of videos that you can no longer put out anymore. As for back in the day, you can put those videos out. Like, I'll give you guys some examples. And I'm gonna give you guys some examples. Like, see, back in the day, YouTube used to have Alex Jones. I'm pretty sure many of you remember Alex Jones. Alex Jones now, he has his show on Rumble because YouTube kicked him off because they didn't like what type of content that he was putting out. Now, for those of you that might, now for those of you that are into the more conscious type of material, such as you're into, let's say, Louis Farrakhan. See, back in the day, Louis Farrakhan used to be on YouTube. To my knowledge, I think Louis Farrakhan may have moved over to Rumble and other platforms as well because YouTube didn't really care about what Louis Farrakhan had to say. So those are just two examples off the cuff, which I'm going to give you of how YouTube changed. Whether you like those people or not, that's not what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is the amount of freedom that a creator used to have back in the earlier days of YouTube, creators no longer have anymore today. And it seemed like, and also another thing is, if if a creator, I mean, there were a lot of creators that they did a lot of cussing. Every other word that came out their mouth was an F bomb. Well, back in the day, you could be that type of a creator and you would still get your money. You would still have your views. Your channel would still do well. Well, at some point, when YouTube was brought out by Google, and anybody that knows about realizes that uh, is Google is a major search engine, and Google, like many other large corporations, are they're intertwined with politics and other large corporations. So yeah, but YouTube, the way YouTube used to be was before they were bought out by Google. If you were the kind of person that did a lot of cussing, if you were the kind of person that put out a lot of content that may have been said to be politically incorrect, you were okay. But now when you put out that type of stuff, well, I should say if you try to put out that type of stuff, most likely your video will not be monetized. Therefore, you will not get paid. In fact, YouTube will even do its part to in layman's terms, YouTube will do its part to deter people from watching your video. Your video will not get any amount of publicity. Like, there's been a lot of content creators that are conservative that have complained in recent years, stating that if they make if since they're a conservative channel, their videos don't get as much play, they don't get as much publicity as a content creator that might be more on the liberal side of things. Now, there's a video that I made, I want to say about a month ago. I can't even think of what the video was called, but there was a subscriber of mine that, he was a little bit more on the conservative side when it came to voting. And he done put a he stated that he made a comment, and that comment never made it on that his comment never made it in the comment section. Apparently YouTube kept on erasing this comment. So those are just some little examples that I could think of off the cuff of how YouTube done changed and not changed for the better. They changed for the worse, in my opinion, because people's freedom of speech, sadly, is being stripped away on this platform. I hate to say it, hate to be a bearer of bad news here, but it is what it is. And content creators like myself, now I have to sit around and watch what I say and watch how I say it. I have to watch what I discuss. I mean, it's almost like I'm dealing with a bunch of children as opposed to grown adults. I mean, it seems like as the years go by, you got adults out here acting like some freaking children. Like if I like for an example, if I make something that somebody doesn't like, you might have somebody that watches me or they watch people like myself, and I say something, they feel some kind of way, they don't like it, so they go out their way and practically be working overtime to try to cancel me, rather than being like, okay, this person does, I don't like this particular video, so I'm not watching no more of this particular video. I don't care for this particular creator, so I'm gonna leave this creator alone and I'm gonna go watch other people that I like better, people that I resonate with better. Rather than people having that level of basic maturity to do that, you got people that I don't know what their issue is. Maybe they belong somewhere in an institution. I don't know. But you got people that work overtime trying to cancel creators because a creator may have made a video that so and so feels some kind of way about. And another thing I want to add is you got certain creators that, to be quite frank, back when they were on this platform, I couldn't stand. Now, some of them I don't remember who they are anymore because it's been such a long time ago. But I'm gonna give you guys. Let me think here. I'm gonna put to you guys like this. Let's say you have a content creator that is a a major bigot, and this content creator hates black people. Now, a lot of people, a lot of other black folks, they might be like, yeah, somebody like that does not need to be on YouTube. They do not need to have a platform. They do not need, their voice does not need to be heard. Back when I was younger, I used to think the same way. But as I get older, this is my attitude. If you're a individual who, I'm gonna use this as an example. If you're an individual who does not like black people, you know what? I'd rather have that person come out and tell me straight up to my face. Or I'd rather have somebody like that be on YouTube and have a platform and tell the public straight up how they feel about black people. Because I figure if people like that speak on how they feel, they're real with it, they're straight up with it. People like myself know, okay, well, I'm gonna stay away from this individual over here. I'm not gonna mess with this individual over here. And it will make my life as a black person that much easier. Like when it comes to some of the small towns that in the past I've looked at in the moving to. When it comes to some of the smaller towns that I do videos on this channel, I'm gonna be honest. If I go into a town that's predominantly white, or that's predominantly white, and the community does not like black people living in their community for whatever reason, obviously I'm gonna think those people are a bunch of ignoramuses. However, if those people come to me straight up and they tell me, you know what, we really don't want you living in this community. Now I know why that doesn't happen. I mean nowadays, you can't do that. It's against the law. And if someone does that, they can get sued. Now, this is gonna sound kind of fun. This is gonna sound kind of strange to many of you, but I rather have somebody of, I mean, a community that really doesn't want black people living in their community. I'd rather have someone come to me. I'd rather have somebody of that community come to me and tell me straight up, you know what? We don't want black people living in our community. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be like, okay, and I'm probably gonna thank them because what that person did was they saved myself from a bunch of headaches. And the money that I would have spent on buying a house in that community, well, guess what? Now that I know in advance how these people feel about me because they told me point blank, I know not to move in that area. So, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep it moving. I'm going to go somewhere where I'm going to be more welcomed. So, I say all this just to say that all this political correct stuff, I the older I get, the more I question whether it's truly helping minorities, rather it's truly helping minorities. Now, me being a black man, I'm speaking mainly on black people. I can't speak on other minority groups because I'm not them. But I would say, as a black person, as a black American, I question how political correctness has protected black people. I think, if anything, political correctness is doing just the opposite. Because, like I said, man, if you don't like me for whatever reason, I'd rather have that person come to my face and tell me that they don't like me, and then, okay, I'm not going to deal with you. We good. I'm going to keep it pushing. And honestly, I wish some of these bigots would have a platform on YouTube. I wish YouTube would give them a platform. That way we all can know who the hell they are. And then we can know who to stay away from. And whatever communities that they're living in, we can know not to move there. As you know, as black people, we can know not to move there. Now, before some of you get excited and you automatically assume that I'm one of these black people that believe in going back into segregation, no, I'm not like that at all. I mean, I would love to think that black, whites, Hispanics, whoever, every ethnicity in between, we all can live together, get along just well. I would love to have that happen in the United States. But also, for those who don't feel that way, for those who want to be amongst themselves and themselves only, I rather have those people tell the truth, keep it real. That way we know to stay away from you. Now, I told you guys I was going to be all over the place on this video, and I guess I kind of was. I mean, I started talking about the old there's YouTube, and then I got into a tangent here, but it is what it is. I mean, some of you guys love how I keep it raw and uncut, so it is what it is. So I'm gonna come back with a part two of this video because we're about 19 minutes into the video, so I'm gonna come back with a part two. So stay tuned for part two. Stay blessed.